Good morning, my friends. Welcome to Yoga and Pilates on the mat. You will need an extra rolled up mat or a cushion and a mat underneath you for the class. Don't forget to have a water bottle handy and to listen to your body at all times. You're the boss. Remember that. This is just my workout today, and I'm presenting it for your entertainment. If you think you're going to join along, make sure you check with your doctor first. I'm coming down to the mat and starting in child's pose. Now when I start off, I'm a little bit stiff, so I'm going to stack my hands under my forehead and my knees are a little bit wide. We're just taking a few breaths here. Coming out of child's pose, I notice that I have a stiffness in my lower back. And I'm going to start my workout with some cats and cows and loosening up my spine. So I'm digging my fingertips in and having soft elbows, exhaling to cat, and inhaling to cow. Exhaling to cat, and inhaling to cow. I'm moving tenderly, carefully, gingerly, noticing how my back is feeling. Going to come down onto my back and continue a few gentle stretches for my lower back and my hip flexors. I have bent knees, feet flat on the floor, and here I'm bringing one knee in at a time, exhaling and inhaling to put the foot down. Exhaling, hug. Inhaling, step down. Some days you just need an easier, gentler workout. Although my intention today is to work the core very hard and to loosen up the whole body, I am starting slow and just getting my body ready. So next, I will hold one knee in and hug it tightly into the chest. Slide one leg down and bring it back up and change feet. Hug the knee in, slide the foot down, bring the foot back up. Change feet. Placing both feet flat on the floor, I'm pulling in my tummy and doing a pelvic tilt and engaging the core muscles all the way around the waist. And then releasing. Exhaling to engage core muscles, pulling in the waistline, and then inhaling, release. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. I'm doing one more of those. Now I'm holding the tummy muscles in, bringing one knee in for a hug, still holding the tummy muscles in and stretching one leg down the mat. Here I'm moving my knee like a windshield wiper side to side, just loosening up the hip socket a little bit with a side-to-side movement, noticing how my hip is feeling, trying to keep the tummy engaged while I do this. Sometimes I forget. Feet on the floor, resetting, pulling in the tummy, tightening the waistline, pulling the knee in on the other side, sliding the leg down the mat, and leaving it there. Moving the knee across like a windshield wiper, loosening up the hip. Ladies on Zoom, I think I forgot to mute you, so if you could all just check your feed and mute yourselves. Thank you. Okay, that is feeling pretty good. I'm going to bring both knees up and rock a little bit side to side. We call this rocking the cradle. And now holding one knee in, I'll stretch the other leg out on a diagonal. And change, bring the knee in, stretch the leg out, pulling the shoulders down and away from the ears. Friends, my name is Gail and I'm here with my Zoom class. Every morning at 9:30 a.m. we get together and we have been doing this since the COVID-19 event. And now we like to share some of our classes with you on YouTube. Pulling one knee in at a time, stretching the other leg down if you can, exhaling into the stretch. Let's rest. Turning onto your side. Bring one arm under your head, or you could use a pillow. And let's bend the knees, tuck them up. We're going to take the top arm and leg, join the elbow and the knee together, stretch it apart, opening the rib cage, stretching the side body, And exhale, bring it together. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Let's try to do 3 or 4 more side opening crunches. Joining the breath and the movement. And as we move through each gentle stage of this workout, we're noticing how we feel. Rest. Now we're taking the top leg and we'll open it up in a clamshell, squeezing the buttock and waking up the glute minimus, maximus, and medius. Exhale, lift, and inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Let's try and do 3 or 4 more of these. Focus on the contraction and the exhalation as you lift the knee. And stretch the legs straight down. We're going to draw little circles and try to hold the body very stable. So with the foot, we're drawing a little circle about the size of a volleyball or a beach ball. Let's do 3 or 4 more in this direction. And try not to wiggle. Try not to move your upper body. And reverse. I always feel this exercise right away. If you need to take a rest, you're always allowed to do that. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And bend the knees. Now we'll move the intensity up to the arms. We're going to hug the rib cage with the bottom arm, bend the knees, and take the top hand, push it into the floor. And inhale, slowly come down. Exhale, push. And inhale, slowly down. You're waking up your chest muscles and your triceps. And if you can't lift off the floor, don't worry about it. Just push and do your best to try. Let's do 3 or 4 more. Moving slowly. Sit up, use your arms to help you, and change sides. Laying down on your other side with a pillow under your head or your arm under your head, and your head is relaxed. We never want to put our hand under our head and kink up our neck. Stretch out the top arm and leg. We exhale. Pull the knee and elbow together and inhale, stretch out. Expanding the whole rib cage. Contracting the oblique abdominal muscles. And now we'll do 3 or 4 more. Resting, put the knees together. We're going on to clamshells. We lift the knee and contract the buttock, the glute medius, minimus, and maximus, and bring it down. And focus on the contraction in your buttock. Exhale, contract, and inhale, release. Don't rush anything you're doing. More if you can. 3, 2, and 1. And now we'll stretch the legs straight down, and we're going to make little circles. We're trying to keep the upper body really stable. Our little circles are about the size of a volleyball or a small beach ball. Let's do 4 more in this direction. And now we'll reverse circles the other way. Notice how it's feeling. Are there any clicks or clunks? 4 more. Alright, now we've started waking up the legs and the buttocks. We're going to take the bottom arm, wrap it around the rib cage, and the top hand is by the shoulders, the knees, the knees are tucked up, and we're pushing. Exhaling and slowly coming down. So a side push up, and slowly come down. And here you're waking up your chest, your triceps. Exhale on the way up. Let's do 4 more of these. Use your arms to help you sit up. And we're going on to some more core exercises sitting up. We're going to bend the knees, sit tall, pull in the chin, shoulders back. We lift the hands up and come back with a straight back. And back up again. Before you start, tighten up all the muscles in your core. Tighten up the belt around your waist. Good. Let's exhale back. And inhale up. Tighten the waist. Exhale back. And inhale up. Here we're focusing on our rectus abdominis, the 6-pack. And we'll do 4 more. to your hands and knees next. We're moving on to an exercise we call the bird dog. We will lift our opposite arm and leg and stretch it straight out in a horizontal line. Flex your foot and let's try to hold it for 10 seconds. Stretch it out and hold. Pull in the tummy. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Let's repeat that exercise on the other side. You are strengthening your whole erector spinae set and back body. Let's spread out the fingers, dig them in. Opposite arm and leg on the other side now. And the tummy's tight. Okay, let's count it out. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Let's go back to our child's pose and take a moment of rest. I noticed that I was shaking as I did those, so definitely effective. I'm still stacking my hands and resting my forehead on my hands because I'm still feeling a little tight down here in the lower back, but I bet by the end of the class I will have loosened up. Out of child's pose, it's time to lay on your back again. I apologize, guys. I have the remnants of a cold, and it causes me to keep clearing my throat. Let's activate the back body again and the glutes with some nice half bridge positions. So we'll pull in the tummy, we'll pelvic tilt, we'll tighten up the waist, and then we'll lift the hips. Here, let's hold them and pulse the hips up 8 times. I'm going to lift my toes and push into my heels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and slowly come down. Getting ready to do that again. Tighten up the waist, pelvic tilt, pull in the tummy, float the hips up, lift the toes, and tuck your coccyx bone, your tail under. Let's lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. going to do 2 more sets of this. I can feel that it is very effective in activating all the muscles in the back of my unmentionable place. That's pelvic tilt. Tighten in. Float the hips up. Lift the toes and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, we're getting ready for our last round. If you need to rest, let yourself have it. Here we go, pulling in the tummy, pelvic tilt. Floating the hips up, lifting the toes, tuck the tail and lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are really strengthening the lower back at the same time. Okay, since we're in the perfect position, let's bring the knees in and just give the cradle a little rock. And now holding one knee, pulling it in. Take your other leg up. And slowly lower that straight leg almost to the mat. Pull it in, lift it up, and slowly lower. Pull it in, lift up, slowly lower. Pull in, slowly lower. Let's try to do 3 or 4 more. Exhale on the way down. Inhale as you pull it in and lift. Exhale down, pull the shoulders down. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good job. Bring the knee in. We're changing legs. So now you're giving your other leg a hug. You're pulling your shoulders down, your chin in. We're lifting the leg up and exhaling as we lower. Giving the knee a really good hug. And draw the leg up. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Draw the leg up. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Take your time with every move. Draw the leg up. Exhale, lower. Let's try for 3 or 4 more. Rest. Rolling onto your side now. Use your arms to help you sit up. We're coming back to hands and knees. And next we're going back to our bird dog. Oh, but the teacher has to fix her underwear first, apparently. Sorry, but that's necessary. We don't want that falling down. So we're going back to bird dog, holding it, but making little circles with the arm and leg. So opposite arm and leg out on a horizontal line, parallel to the floor. Soft elbow on the supporting arm, fingers dug in, and little circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ready to reverse. Here we go. 1, 2. Keep the tummy pulled up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and rest. You know what? I found that at least 3 times as hard as the first bird dogs. I'm taking a little break in child's pose before I do the other side. Resting here. So I'm noticing that I'm starting to be able to stretch my arms out and be much more comfortable as I come to my child's pose at this point. Just letting everything soften and lengthen out. We're coming up to our hands and knees. We are changing sides, digging in the fingertips, keeping a light, little tiny bend in the elbow of the supporting arm, and here we go, drawing our circles. I find this hard. 5, 6, 7, 8, reversing the little circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And resting in child's pose for just a moment. Coming out of your child's pose. Next, we're going on to a Pilates push-up. I'm going to do mine on my knees. If you want to be on your toes, you go right ahead. You can also do this on the wall if push-ups on the floor don't feel comfortable to you. We push back. Come up to tabletop and then plank or half plank, do a push-up, and ease back again. Inhale, come up, exhale, push, and go back. Inhale up, exhale, push, go back. Try for at least 3 or 4 more. coming onto our tummy next and activating the muscles in our back between our shoulder blades. So resting on your tummy. If you need to take your eyeglasses off, go ahead. Put your arms beside you like goalposts or cactus arms. Pull the tummy in and push the hips down into the mat. Tighten the buttocks. We're going to lift our elbows and pulse up 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and rest. Take a breath in. Lift and pulse. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, and down. Inhale. Lift and pulse. 1, 2, 3, and down. Breathe in. Lift and pulse. 1, 2, 3, down. Breathe in. 3 or 4 more. 2, 3, and down. Lift and pulse. 1, 2, 3, and down. Lift and pulse. 1, 2, 3, and down. And 1 more. Lift and pulse. 1, 2, 3, and rest. Use your arms to do a ladies push-up. And we're coming to our right side. On your right side, you have bent knees, tucked up. Your forearm is on the floor, and you're lifting up out of your shoulders. So you never want to let yourself slouch into your shoulders, because that will really start to be uncomfortable and could cause damage. So making a fist here on the floor, I'm going to push my hand down, lift my hips, and then squeeze the buttocks coming forward in a straight line through shoulder, hip, and knee. Slowly come back and down. Lifting up 8 times in an exercise I call the mermaid. Here we go, coming up. And push 1 and down. Breathe in. Up. Push 2. Back. Breathe in. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And rest. Let's come up and change sides. We are activating every essential core muscle in the body today. With your elbow beneath your shoulder and lifting up out of your shoulders, making a fist and pushing the fist down, knees tucked up. We're lifting, pressing the hips forward, coming back, and slowly down. Take your time with this. Exhale into the exercise, and inhale back and down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. And now we'll sit up. I'm going on to an exercise called the crab. If the crab is too uncomfortable for you, go back to the half bridge that we did earlier in the class. So fingers spread, turn to the side, feet planted, pelvic tilt, tighten the waistline, pushing into the hands, tucking the tail, bringing the hips up and squeezing, lifting the toes, pulsing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly coming down. Sitting up for a moment, taking a little rest. We'll repeat that. We're just going to do this 2 times. We're in the last 20 minutes of the class, and I would love to do some deep stretches with you on top of all this core conditioning work, so I don't want to leave that out. Let's bring the hands back, tighten the waist, lift the hips, pulsing up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly down. Okay, let's turn ourselves over and get ready for down dog. We're coming to our hands and knees. We're going to lift slowly. Yes, I know, I'm pulling up the underwear again. These pants are done for, right? The elastic is shot in them. It can't be because my big belly's pushing them down, can it? It probably can. Tucking the toes, taking a breath in, digging in the fingertips, tightening the waist, and lifting slowly, slowly up. Pedaling the heels. Lifting both heels up. Coming down to the knees. Counting 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Tucking the toes, tightening the waist, digging in the fingertips. Exhaling, coming up. Pedaling the heels, pushing into the hands. Heels up, 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 bending the knees. 8 counts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. We're coming next onto the mat on our forearms for a plank. You can do a half plank or a full plank. It is totally up to you. We're going to take slow breaths and hold it. Don't let yourself sag like a hammock. That's important. Tucking the toes, tightening the waist, and coming to a plank. Slow, deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, your hands under your shoulders. We're going to lift head and shoulders and come up in a little cobra and stretch out the tummy. Let's engage the buttock muscles and push the hips down. Exhale, coming up to the level you're comfortable with. And tighten the waist. Let's just hold this. Let the tummy have a minute to stretch out. And we'll go back to child's pose and rest there next. Let's sit up. Bring the feet to the front. Feet wide apart, hands behind the body, toes lifted. We're going for a gentle twisting movement, like windshield wipers, taking the knees from side to side. And we're going to break this down now. Lift your right knee up. Now both knees are apart. Bring your left knee down. Lift your left knee up. Both knees are apart. Bring your right knee down. Lift your right knee up. Bring your left knee down. Left knee up, open. Right knee down. Last time, left knee down, up, open. Okay, we're bringing our feet close together and holding on to our shins. Okay, take a minute just to rock a little bit, get comfortable. We'll place the hands behind us again, shoulders down, long spine. Let's contract the buttocks and press the knees down towards the floor. Then lift the knees up, little butterfly wings. And again, exhale, contract the buttocks, push the knees down towards the floor. Lift up, squeeze the inner thighs. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, squeeze. Inhale up. Exhale down, squeeze. Inhale up. Exhale down, squeeze. Okay, and now I'm holding on to my shins. I'm going to press inside my knees a little bit with my elbows. You may have hips that are structured a little differently than mine, and you might be getting your knees all the way down to the floor. I am just really tight in the hips, and so I can just do a little bit. I'm going to hold it though, and exhale, push my knees up against the elbows. And press down. Take a breath in. Exhale, push the knees up against the elbows and push down. Exhale, push the knees up against the elbows and push down. Last one, exhale, knees up against the elbows and push down. Crisscrossing the legs and getting comfortable. If I wasn't comfortable sitting like this, I'd put a pillow under my buttocks. That would help a lot. Taking my left hand to my right knee, I'm taking my right hand behind my buttocks, pushing my shoulders down. I'm going to look back and shoulder check. Just holding this gentle twist. Really important to keep twists gentle. Changing feet. Taking my right hand to my left knee and my left hand behind my buttocks, pressing the shoulders down, sitting up very tall, doing a shoulder check to the left side and holding it. Facing front. Now for my last couple of stretches, you'll notice I've had this rolled up mat sitting here the whole class, and that is what I'll be using next. It's going to come under my hips as we lay back on our backs again. This is optional. I love this stretch, but if you find it uncomfortable, just leave out the mat. Exhale, take the mat underneath your buttocks. You try to find a spot you can stand and rest here with your hips on the mat. And bring both knees up. And we're going to take one knee and give it a hug. Big hug. And take your other leg up. Let's slowly bring it down towards the floor. Keep hugging one knee in. Stretch your leg out, pull the tummy in, pull the shoulders down. We want to hold this for at least 20 or 30 seconds. This is opening up your hip flexor. It is the muscle that sometimes will be too tight from too much sitting and pull on the lower back. And it's the muscle that lifts your leg every time you take a step. So if it gets to be too short, it makes your lower back a little bit achy. And that's why I'm giving it extra attention today, because my lower back is feeling a little bit achy. And now we'll bring that knee in, hug both knees, see how it's feeling. Do you need to adjust the rolled up mat underneath you? If so, stop and do it. Let's hug the knee in, stretch the leg up, and exhale, slowly lower it down. Pull the shoulders down, the chin in, and just hold this. Deep hip flexor stretch. shout out to my friend Sherry at Reiki Master Tarot, who has taught me this breathing, which is to breathe in for 4 counts, hold it for 4 counts, and try and breathe out for 8. Feet flat on the floor. I'll be lifting my hips in a half bridge and sliding this rolled up mat out from underneath me. I'm rolling onto my side using my arms to help me sit up, and now I'm going to bring the rolled up mat behind my spine and I put it vertically up the mat. I'll keep my buttocks on the floor. Lay back on the rolled up mat. Make sure my head is up on the rolled up mat. And I'm just holding this for a minute. I could feel things going snap, crackle, pop as soon as I leaned back here. So for me, that's a good sign of things loosening up a little bit. I'm going to put my feet in the butterfly pose and then relax the knees. Pull in my chin. Bring my elbows together. Take a big breath in. And exhale, taking the elbows back. This is really opening up my chest and my posture muscles. Opening up the heart and the pectorals. Now I'm lifting my hands a little higher and resting there. Pulling the hands down a little lower and pulling the elbows in towards the waist a bit and resting here. Bring my knees together and roll to one side. Just rolling off of the noodle and bringing one hand under my head. I'm here in a recovery position, just resting, taking a few breaths. Using the hands to help me, I'm sitting up. And I want to to take a minute to thank you for being here today. I hope you enjoyed your core conditioning workout. It was slow and gentle, but very effective. And if you enjoyed the workout, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Ladies on Zoom, we have over 700 people subscribing to our workouts now. I'm so proud of us. I would not be here without you guys. So thank you for keeping me honest.